All right, I would like to go over the different aspects that are going to be evaluated this semester with you so you can get a sense of what to expect. So I'm going to go over this particular table that I showed you in the last lecture. I would like to begin with the internship performance, which is 40 points of your final grade. So as you can see here, 20 points of these 40 points are a midterm supervisory evaluation, and the other 20 are the final supervisory evaluation. This evaluation is something that I would need your supervisor to send me or email me directly because I would like to have communication with your supervisor. So in order to facilitate this particular communication, I'm going to ask you to please give this form to your supervisor as soon as possible. In the deadline to complete and send me this form, you can email it to me, fax it to me. We can figure it out. If you decide to fax it to me, you can make a PDF. You have to do it by June 2nd, and I'll be reminding you of this. So the question is, where do you find this form? So this is a good time to introduce you to our main platform, which is Framingham Blackboard. So when you log on to Blackboard, you'll find that you're going to have, access to this particular course, x17.soci.495COA, and this is Internship and Community Services. So you'll see that you're going to have these options here on the left where you're going to find materials and instructions for the class. So now in terms of internship supervisor materials, you click on that, and then this is the material that I'm going to need by June 2nd at midnight. This is so I can communicate with your supervisors, tell them about the expectations for this course, and also request them these evaluations. You can see copies of the evaluations here. I will be sending these to your supervisor, but just in case they are misplaced or something like that, they are also available here. Once again, this form that is here, this internship information sheet, is due June 2nd at midnight, and I need this so I can stay in touch with your supervisor. Okay, so that's the first thing. So now I'm gonna go back to our little table here, and now I would like to talk about our next two aspects that are gonna be evaluated in this class. So the first one is the online discussion forums. So there are gonna be a number 7 different online discussion forums throughout the summer, and these online discussion forums consist of two possible things. Number one, you're gonna find, this happens actually bi-weekly. I'm gonna go here. You can find links to discussion forums by going to the folders of each week. So you see that here there are different folders per week. So for instance, for this week, you're gonna have to go here to the first week. You click there, and of course you find the lectures that you're probably watching, but then you're gonna have a link to an online forum. So for this week, I created the questions for this discussion forum, and I'll give explanations about what to do this week in the next lecture. But then you're gonna find links to these online forums in each of the folders. So that's the first thing that could happen in terms of these online forums. But also once in a while, there's going to be a short activity that is going to allow you to think about the topic of the week. As you can see in the syllabus, there are different topics of the week, okay? And I'll go over these topics in the next lecture as well, okay? So that's another part. So that's something that will be evaluated bi-weekly. You'll see that we're going to alternate. One week we're going to have an online discussion forum, but a different week we're going to have reflection papers, and I'll talk about those in a second. So that's our 21 points of your grade. Then we move on to forum presentation and discussion questions. So at this point, we have 8 students enrolled in the class, but we may have more. But at this point, I'm expecting each of you to volunteer to lead the discussion of these online discussion forums. So you're going to do it once a semester, okay? So in the next lecture, I'll give explanations about that so you can know when to sign up and all of that, and how to sign up to lead this discussion. The way it works is that you're going to give a short overview of the reading of the week, And then you're going to come up with 3 discussion questions based not only on the reading but also on the connection between the reading and the internship. You are required to send me your short presentation and also your questions by Saturday of the week, of the previous week when your presentation is, okay? So I'll give more explanations and more instructions about that later. All right, moving on, I would like to talk about this reflection paper. So as you can see, there are 18 points of your final grade, and we have a total of 6, and these also happen bi-weekly. So let me tell you about the reflection papers. The reflection papers are short reflection papers. I'm going to show you where to find them. So just like any content, so for instance, this week we're going to start with an online discussion forum, but then the following week, generally, we're going to have a reflective journal. So for next week, for instance, you're going to have to type up a reflective journal. These reflective journals are generally based on a reflection of the reading for the week. And for this one, you have to answer the specific questions that I'm posting, okay? And each question, of course, is worth particular points. So, make sure that you answer all of these questions in simple, and you have to submit it by Thursday of that particular week, okay? So once again, that's going to be due next week. So that's the reflection papers. Then we're going to have a paper outline and final paper. And for these two, I'm going to provide instructions later in the semester or in the summer, okay? The paper outline is going to be due June 20th. So by mid-June, I will talk about what to expect with this paper outline. So you have a sense of what you need to do. And then by June 20th, I will provide also instructions for the final paper. That's 10 points of your grade. So this is the end of the second lecture. Thank you. There's only one more to come, okay, where I'll explain what's due this week. Thank you.